Hello everyone. Today's topic is innate immune response of skin and mucous membrane. First, we know about immunity. Immunity is a state of being resistant against the harmful effects of exposure to pathogens. There are two types of immunity: innate immunity and acquired immunity. The reaction of the cells and fluids of the body to the presence of a substance which is not recognized as a constituent of the body itself is called immune response. Innate immune response are relatively non-specific defense mechanism that develops within minutes to hours of an antigen appearance in the body. Skin and mucous membrane are the first line of defense against infection. There are four defense barriers of innate immunity: anatomic barrier, physiological barrier, phagocytic barrier, and inflammatory barrier. This is the table in which the names of barriers are mentioned over here, and in this column mechanism by which these barriers combat pathogens are mentioned. Skin and mucous membrane are anatomic barriers. Temperature, low pH, chemical mediators are physiological barriers. Phagocytic barriers are specialized cells like monocytes, neutrophils, dendrites, etc. While inflammatory barriers induce a cascade of events that lead to the influx of phagocytic cells. Now let's learn about anatomic barriers. This is the vertical section of skin in which this brown layer is epidermis, this pink layer is dermis, and this skin color layer is adipose tissue layer. This epidermis contains dead cells and keratin, which is a waterproof protein. The dermis is made up of connective tissue and contains hair follicles, sebaceous or oil glands, sweat glands, blood vessels. The sebaceous gland is associated with hair follicle. This sebaceous gland produces a sebum, which is a oily secretion. This sebum spreads over the surface of epidermis. It consists of, means the sebum consists of lactic acid and fatty acids, which maintains the pH of the skin between 3 and 5. This pH inhibits the growth of most pathogens. Breaks in the skin due to scratches, wounds, or aberrations may lead to the entry of pathogens inside the epidermis. Then, cutaneous associated lymphoid tissues become active and combat pathogens. Cutaneous associated lymphoid tissues is already mentioned in previous video, the link of which is given in the description box. This is mucous membrane. Mucous membrane line the conjunctiva and alimentary, respiratory along with urinogenital tracts. This mucous membrane is made up of epidermis and lower layer of connective tissue. These epidermis are ciliated, means these epithelial cells are ciliated cells. These are foreign particles. Mucous mucus is a viscous fluid secreted by epithelial cells. This mucus entraps foreign particles. The synchronized movement of cilia propels mucus entrapped pathogens from these tracts. In addition, non-pathogenic organisms tend to colonize the epithelial cell of mucous surface and generally outcompete pathogens for attachment sites on the epithelial cell surface and for necessary nutrients. Due to lack of nutrition and proper site of attachment, these foreign particles are washed away by the mucus. Thus, mucus secretion act to wash away potential invaders and also contain antibacterial or antiviral substances. That's all for today. In the next video, we will learn about physiological barriers of innate immunity. Till then, thank you.